Campaign 2018 is sponsored by Wisconsin Hospital Association, Wisconsin Counties Association, Wisconsin Realtors Association, Marshfield Clinic Health System, and Campaign 2018 partner Milwaukee Journal Sentinel.
WisconsinEye is on the campus of Chippewa Valley Technical College, interviewing Thomas Vue of Eau Claire. He's a Democrat running in the 91st Assembly District. Mr. Vue, welcome to WisconsinEye.
Well, thank you.
You have a very interesting background. You came to the United States in 1979, worked immediately then as a janitor, and now you've worked your way up to a training specialist for state government, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Have you kind of lived the American dream here?
Well, you know, when I think about coming to this country, I hopefully that one day I get my life better in this country. So that's why I came into, first I came to Madison. 1 month after, so I said, well, I have to go to work. So, when I came in the first time, I don't speak in English. And I start my working right away too. So, work for almost a year. I said, well, I need to go back to school to get some more training, to get some more.
And now you're an employment specialist.
Yeah,
with state government.
Yeah.
But you've also been, you were elected to the local city council, correct?
Yeah, I was elected to the Eau Claire City Council 2004 until 2013. So I serving for 9 years in the city council.
Okay. And why did you decide to run for the assembly, Mr. Vue?
Well, you know, in state of Wisconsin, we do not have any Hmong people serving for the legislature. So
You'd be the first Hmong.
I will be the first Hmong to be serving for the legislature compared to Minnesota, California. In Minnesota, we do have Hmong state senator, Hmong House representative, Hmong city council. So I think Wisconsin, I'd like to be the first Hmong to be serving for
What perspective would you bring to the state assembly as a Hmong?
Well, you know, I like to, if I get elected to the legislature, I like to get all the Southeast Asia people to get involved for the civic engagement.
Okay. Okay, now let's talk about some specific issues. As a member of the city council, you've dealt with levy limits. Levy limits, should they be loosened? Some local officials say they hurt the ability of local governments to provide services. Should they be loosened or done away with?
Well, you know, when I serving for the city council, we continue to discussion about each year the city they continue to lose some money from the state. So I really say that we need to continue to fighting for the city and to provide better service for the community in the city.
So are you saying that levy limits should be repealed?
Yeah, levy limit should be repealed.
Should be repealed.
Yeah.
What about health care in this rural area? People are older, incomes are not as high as the statewide average. More government, Medicare, Medicaid is paying for health care in rural areas. How can we protect health care in rural areas, Mr. Vue?
Well, health care is my top priority for running for the state assembly.
Top priority.
Yeah, so I like to look for everyone to have accessible to the health care, including the people that have a pre-existing condition should be covered. Doesn't matter they live in the city or they live outside the city, they should have a health insurance cover for everyone.
Do you believe in universal health care as a nation?
Yeah, I believe there should be a nation.
Okay. Should state government does state government have a role in recruiting nurses, physicians, other healthcare providers in rural areas? Should state government have a role in finding those medical professionals?
I really believe that the state government should looking for more professional physicians because right now we are short some of the doctors. So we need to looking for more professional physicians right now from the state of Wisconsin.
Leaders in the capital can't agree on how to pay for our highways. if you're a member of the Assembly, what would you push for in terms of how to pay for our highways and bridges?
I think the legislature, we need to work in hard to get more funding to fix all highway, and because that will benefit to the people of Wisconsin. So I'm looking forward to get some more funding to fix the road.
Would you consider raising the gas tax or the $75 fee to register a car? And how do you feel about tolling?
Well, you know, when I was at City Council, we talked about the
wheel tax.
The wheel tax a lot. So I would say, therefore, right now, to raise gas tax would be another resource for the people of Wisconsin to have a better road for us.
How many pennies should the gas tax go up?
I don't like to expect to go up very much.
Not very much?
Not very much. Just make sure our people affordable to pay for gas to go to work.
With the number of mass shootings and school shootings, do we need to change our gun laws, Mr. Vue?
I really strong that we need to look at for that one, because I see that they school shooting in Florida and also Texas, and something that we need to do more thoroughly for the background check before we can sell the gun. So I really that we need to refocus for that one.
So we do need background checks?
Exactly. We need to do more background check.
Is the state spending enough money now on K-12 public schools, or do we need to significantly increase it?
I really think that we should do some significant funding for the school, because we like to have our children to have a better education and better resource to everyone. So funding to school is my top priority right now.
Okay. And I think on your Facebook page, you say that teachers and staff should receive wages and benefits they deserve. Is that a reference to Act 10 and collective bargaining? Do you want to restore their collective bargaining rights?
Yeah, I support the collective bargaining because I was a union member before. So I think we need to restore repeal the collective bargaining. And all the teachers and all professionals should entitled to what they deserve to have.
The choice program, the voucher program, has grown from Milwaukee to Racine to statewide. Do you have a position on it?
Well, you know, to be partner of a school, that would be a good idea too, but I prefer to have some more coming to the public school rather than just go to the private partner school.
Would you keep the choice program where it is, or would you try to dial it back or get rid of it?
Well, for right now, I think keeping the voucher program would be benefit too.
Okay. You say on your Facebook page you'd like to see an increase in the minimum wage. How high and over what period?
I would say for right now, I'm working for the employment and training specialist for 21 years.
Yes.
And helping people to find a job. So I prefer that we, the legislature, need to working hard to increase the minimum wage to be $15 would be more compatible and more attracting all the people moving to Wisconsin and keeping all good workers in Wisconsin not to move to different states. So I prefer to increase the minimum wage to $15 per hour.
Over what period?
Yeah.
Over how many years?
Well, I would say that depends on the economy is going. So I would say that probably we can look at for the future, probably more 10, 20 years, we can look at from the house and the economy going.
As an employment specialist, what's the biggest problems placing some of the people you see? In other words, do they not have enough schooling? Do they have personal problems? What's the biggest issues you see?
I think the biggest issue I see for as working for the employment and training specialist, I say people do not have enough education, and they do not have the skill to looking for a better job. So we need to provide some more funding for the school, for example, like D-Eau Claire Technical School, and to get some people who do not have a skill to get to a good paying job, need to get some training.
The UW system funding, We're in the 6th year of a tuition freeze for resident undergraduates. Should the tuition freeze continue for a 7th and 8th year?
Well, I go to support that too, but I don't like the system they cut in back from the UW funding from UW because we need to provide our best education to our children to go to 4 years college and more after that. So I would say that we can restore more funding to the UW system.
A big issue in the next state budget will be whether we need a new prison. The prison in Green Bay and Waupans were both built in the 1800s. We're closing the juvenile prisons. Do we need a new state prison?
Well, by looking for the statistic, we do have more people get trouble. So I looking for the Licking Hill, and they're going to close the Licking Hill too. So I think this will we need to do more study in the future. What we go to build a new jail, because it depends how the population we have. So if we think we need to build more jail to keep our people in state Wisconsin, and just rather they transfer to different county or different city or different state.
The Foxconn incentives total more than $4 billion in state and local incentives. Would you have voted for that as a member of the Assembly?
No.
Why?
Because I would say that the Foxconn, they spend too much money, like $30 million for the Foxconn, only one company. So we need to get the money to support our business in the state of Wisconsin. So rather they just use a foreign company and invest $30 billion for each company, only one company. So I would say that I'm not going to support that too.
When Governor Walker says that Foxconn will be good for businesses throughout Wisconsin, do you think any businesses in the 91st Assembly District will share in the Foxconn construction money?
I would say that all the legislature need to work together and to see what's better for the people of Wisconsin. So I don't really like the idea that we spend $30 billion for just one company.
Okay. Do you support either legalizing medical marijuana or the recreational use of marijuana?
Well, and this question, as a Wisconsin, we are not legalized for medical marijuana right now, but all the like California, Colorado, all the states they are working for this one too. But Wisconsin, we need to do more study to see what people interested about the medical marijuana, because I read a lot about that too. So it would be benefit too, but we need to do more research before we can do something in Wisconsin.
What are the next steps the state of Wisconsin could take to deal with the opioid, methamphetamine, and heroin epidemic?
Yeah, that is a tough question for right now. I heard people debate for that one too. So I not really favor for that right now, because we need to do more study to make sure it's a benefit to the people. Otherwise, we're causing some more people die.
Okay. Final question, because it's an open seat, you have several primary opponents on August 14th.
Yeah.
Do you want to highlight differences between you and your opponent? Why are you the most qualified?
Well, my campaign committee, we are working hard. We are working to win the primary election. And my very strong, I have been serving for the city council for 9 years. I have experience about the city government. So we're working hard, and we try to reach out to every voter to vote and to make sure that we win the primary election. My campaign committee were working hard to get some more money come in. So we try to do everything and make sure we go door-to-door campaign to let everyone know that running for the state assembly 91st.
Yes. Okay. Good. Thomas Vue of Eau Claire is a Democrat running in the 91st Assembly District. The primary is August 14th. Mr. Vue, thank you for talking to WisconsinEye.
Thank you very much.